Stasis.
Okay.
This is a very special little thing I found this week. It's been around for, well, the alpha's been up since, I think, November, December. This is the playable alpha, which is the first chapter of the game. And this is an attempt to meld the gameplay of something like Dead Space and the mood of Dead Space, but into something that is a top-down isometric point-and-click adventure game.
Okay.
Blending influences from things as wide as Event Horizon, Alien, and this is an alpha, if you can believe it.
Okay, so we're not pre-alpha.
This is not pre-alpha. This is just this is alpha, but this is the slickest alpha you
that
could
reminds
imagine.
me of Alien a little bit.
Yeah, it's thick and fast, but it isn't Neptune space as well, which is Event Horizon. You can see it. You can see its draw, but this is slick as fuck. And the big surprise with this little game is that this is produced by one man, and he comes from South Africa. He lives in Cape Town.
Oh, wow.
This is a one-man project by a guy named Chris Bischoff, who has, over the course of 3 years, purely by himself, put this effort together. He builds the cutscenes, he does the graphics himself, he does the sound engineering himself, the story writing, everything.
Jeez.
And this is the playable demo of his, what is, I guess, his gaming life's work at the moment.
Yeah,
and it is slick as hell.
I'm definitely intrigued. I didn't know it was by a local guy.
This is a locally produced $140,000 self-funded Kickstarter project that has pushed its original funding $40,000 beyond. It's got all its stretch goals. And one of its stretch goals is that the final music for this game is going to be composed by the same man who did Fallout 1 and 2.
Nice.
It is.
Nice.
It is. This is gold for a local game community. I mean,
will color me every flavor of excited because this looks great.
To people who would be listening to this who are not familiar, South Africa has got it's blossoming, but it's a tiny game production community.
Yeah, there's some stuff.
Odd thing.
There's some stuff coming out.
Desktop Dungeons was a thing.
Broforce is coming soon
but
as
they're
well.
all like, there's one or two. This is not the prolific indie game capital of the world.
Not at all.
This doesn't happen often. And this stands up to horror greats.
Okay, well, I am definitely intrigued.
And the art style is just, I actually can't stop praising this game. This guy's obviously got his head screwed on right.
Which is a great change to have in the current sci-fi glut, after the fuck up that was Dead Space 3.
Oh yeah, this is everything Dead Space 3 should have been.
Ooh.
I would have been quite happy if they just made Dead Space 3 like this.
Well, here we go.
Yeah.
Daddy, please help us.
So the story revolves around this vessel you're on is a mining craft that is carrying live humans for some reason.
Right.
It hasn't obviously been exposed to the viewer yet, but there's some sort of sinister shit happening. As in typical corporation, someone has decided that people must be eliminated and they're expendable.
And when your robot voice sounds like that, it's definitely evil.
Oh, it's fucking evil, dude. This place is fucking sheer evil. Basically what it's doing right now is it's initializing your inventory.
Right.
And you're dying.
Great. Off to a great start in the future.
As you can look, if you look around the room, you're in a better state than the rest of your people.
Seems that way. I saw a skeleton earlier.
There's a skeleton. Yeah.
Storage is damaged. Formatting plant on the storage device.
No, don't.
and if you look at the bottom left, that's your inventory.
Okay.
And it's initialized. It's a very Dead Space system. As you can see, the doors as well are screaming Dead Space through and through. You don't have to right-click on things or look at select look. You hover over and it gives you an exposition on the bottom, which is nice and quick. It keeps the game fast to a degree. Each thing has there's no doubles in terms of things, which is great. You get the odd vocal exposition about things, but it's not necessary for everything.
Yeah.
Of course, this isn't an alpha. You have to remind people. So there are the odd janks in controlling.
Okay.
Sometimes I found that you get stuck in a door.
Is anyone there?
That's stuff that's going to be ironed out over time. But the mood and everything is just spot on.
Due to the threat of external contamination, a security lockdown is in progress.
Hello?
Please meet at your closest administration office for further instructions.
So, yeah.
Shit seems rather fucked up.
Now, in typical sci-fi tradition, you can see it's taking from other things.
Yeah.
But
you don't see a lot of games using this isometric view.
Exactly.
I mean, the last thing that I think did it in modern gaming was Shadowrun, as far as adventure games go.
Yeah, and that was good. That was a recent release. That was within the last 6 months, I think. The new Shadowrun.
You're not doing too great.
There's a lot of reading. You are, of course, John Marachek.
That
is you.
Aha.
And you were intercepted off a transport ship.
Great.
So you were hijacked and you woke up here.
Hey.
And there's some dirty dark shit going on in this place.
Full security lockdown, operation both floors bullshit.
Yeah.
17 crew deaths.
And the expiration of 12 unopened specimens.
Great. Specimens.
Yeah.
That always bodes well.
And the Kane Corporation.
Right.
And Nurse Daniels, the lady who was around before Sarah Salvatore, left for greener pastures.
She will be missed.
She's probably dead. That's at least my neurotic sci-fi mind coming up with this. Now, there's a cloning facility as well, which is also great, but it's got something to do with human specimens.
Could that be people who are taken from transport ships?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay.
The lockdown system is still connected to the storage tanks. There's a clue for you. But at least it's not too...
It's in all caps.
Yeah.
The bathrooms are back in order. Yay! After somebody filled them full of space shits.
Yep. Right,
Okay.
so number one on my
computer.
list is I need to heal myself.
Yeah.
I'm not doing too great.
Let's not go where that horrible blood stain is.
Yeah, well, that's...
There's probably bad things there.
Yeah. But there's also a scratch of blood on the
Oh
wall.
great, there's
right
bad
there.
things everywhere.
Active personal data tags are not allowed beyond this point.
Okay. So my data tag that I have on me is not accessible at the moment.
Authorized.
Yeah. So...
Oh, yeah. Oh, we have to go into
I'm
the
stuck.
nasty room.
So you can obviously tell by the bright red that door's closed.
Yes.
And to be honest, it's product storage. That's where you were stored. You're
Oh,
a
great.
product. This is grim.
Great.
Infant cribs. Discarded in a
Great.
corner.
Oh, no.
Dark stains on the bars.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it one
And
bit.
it's the beds have been bent and out of shape and
This
pushed into
is-
the corner.
It is incredible with the right atmosphere,
And the door closes and it's dark.
how you can make something so static
Yeah.
and mundane.
Yeah,
Scary.
you just got a little bit of dust in the air,
That
that's
is
it.
scary as hell.
Yeah. Your heart sinks in that room because it gives you...
Yeah, all the context you
Right.
need.
This is the med bay.
Great. It seems to be in good condition like the rest of the ship, you know?
Oh yeah, it's in great condition. It's in super
Dark
dark stains on everything.
stains.
Unwrinkled linen. Fearsome shapes in the
Shapes.
gaps between the beds.
Yeah, it's like the last hospital I was at.
And everything's inactive.
Well, let's go talk to the robo-surgeon.
No, you can't. He's inactive.
Oh, damn.
But
Kick
there's
it.
a breaker box. So, introduction to puzzles. You know, this is pretty
Okay.
simple. Nice and
on the
slickly put
mains.
together. Mains, and then pick something. So
And if you
the
pick
dock
something
mate,
else, it's gonna
kill the
trip.
mains. Yeah, exactly. So you can only run one thing at a time. But this, when I first saw it, dock mate sounds like something like some sort of diagnostics machine. Your auto dock. So let's fix me.
Great.
The subtle shadowing on the bottom of his feet, it's there's so much work being put into this.
Yeah.
It's
These evil robot noises. Like, this ship is evil.
It is, but tell me of a ship in a sci-fi horror film that isn't. I mean, perhaps would you go and if you saw the Event Horizon first up, would you go, this is a pleasant place to work?
No, it's not at the top of my list.
Even before the blood and guts on the walls, it was pretty fucking grim.
Yeah, this is true.
It's updated your tag as well as
Okay.
So,
detect emergency medical kit, administer manual solution,
Jeez, that voice.
it's perfect. They've done every single thing in this game to make it as cripplingly grim as possible.
It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's very uncomfortable. You seem to be doing a little bit better.
Multiple fractures along ribs 3, 5, 11, and 14. Extreme muscle atrophy. Danger of heart failure. Danger of pneumothorax. Seek immediate medical attention.
Whoa, danger of dying of everything.
Oh, well, just
So the document
shove that in your head.
So now you get to see the awesome inventory system, which reflects on screen on his arm as well. As you can see, it's on his arm.
Oh, yeah.
A la Isaac Clarke.
Yes.
Oh,
Well, that was great.
I'm healing, okay?
Well done.
I'm healing.
The medicine's doing its job.
Yeah. Just a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down.
There's no sugar in space. Ooh, this isn't good.
Yeah.
Ah.
What little bit of music in this, as far as I know, has actually been done by Mr. Fallout.
Okay.
It's atmosphere, just ugh.
I'm really getting a Fallout feel. The sort of old-timey art and the computer faces up in the corner.
The character design as well, the way the sprites move,
Yes.
screams Fallout to me. It's
Yeah.
that era of gameplay, but it's just enough updating to it to seem
Modernize it.
modern.
Rebecca,
And the voice acting.
Helen,
Yeah.
I have to. Where are they? What happened to them?
The voice acting is actually not bad at all. Okay, so you've got to say, I
okay.
had some alternates. I had to run through it at least to see if it was good. But
And
when
it seems
when it
pretty
was,
good so far.
yeah. It's nice that it's actually got a working save system for an alpha. Most of the time you click on that and it would be feature is unavailable. But unfortunately you are going to see my first problem here, is you do get stuck in this door a little bit.
Dear.
It takes a little bit to get out, but it's an alpha. It's an alpha. If this is the least of your problems in an alpha,
Submit that bug report.
yeah. But it's quick. You get through
Great.
it. It's
No.
not game breaking.
No. Can't you run? I would run so fast through this room.
You can actually run, but I've noticed there is a little bit of an issue with the run as well in this, where it's not a game breaking. Once again, it's just a slight animation loop that goes wrong at times.
Okay.
Just a little thing, like there's a slight flash. And to be honest, you've just got healed. You're in the spacecraft. I didn't feel like running,
I suppose.
to be honest. Something about the mood of this fits a slow, cautious walk.
Yeah.
That door is
well,
rightly
no.
fucked. Yeah. I do somehow believe that eventually you might be able to open that as the
Of
game
course.
progresses. There'll be something in there to get through, but let's see what's through
Of
the...
course. The
Let's
nasty
see what's
claw
through.
mark room.
Yeah, something bad has happened here, and the...
Looks like an airlock.
Yeah. This is... Do you notice that there's no ambient music
Yes.
whatsoever? There
That
hasn't
makes
been...
it worse.
An ode to Alien,
Great.
the heavy loader.
Nice.
But it's close. It's similar.
It's similar, but not quite.
That's not gonna work.
Okay.
Let's get information.
Secure
Well, through the blue door.
Yep. Now, being the... Oh, this is so Dead Space.
No.
At least
Why is it always babies?
Yeah.
Why are babies scary? More reading,
This
great.
is a lot of reading, but it's good for exposition.
Security office sent notification 14 days ago.
2 days ago, Peters was locked in the bathroom while it flooded, and we only got him out this morning. He was in for 2 days.
Great.
Thankfully, it didn't happen when the hydroponics had a screw up and with the poisoned mushrooms.
Okay, this sounds like a great place to work.
Yeah, it does.
Days without a hazardous accident. 0.
Every single time a leak is reported in the storage tank, the system resets, and instead of auto-sealing the leak, it just starts resetting itself. So the
Great.
security system basically turns off when there's a leak of coolant.
This is not a good security system.
The new doctor in charge of cracking. Can just think of planet cracking, but that's not it, obviously.
Oh, the music's great.
People are unhappy on this craft.
You would be happy here?
Cracking. That's opening the stasis pods for the products. She had a breakdown because they opened a pod that had a kid in it.
Right.
So they are harvesting children. The shipment of cribs.
Great. Oh,
Project Seed.
we accidentally
Have you
received a shipment.
Ever heard of a project with a more evil name than Project Seed?
It's pretty evil.
Cloning babies in Lab 18. I need another job.
Yeah, I definitely start putting out my resume.
Just to notice, these are the same notices. These must run
Okay.
shipwide.
Yes.
And we got locks. We can unlock shit from here,
great.
which is great. So the maintenance door is mine now.
Hooray.
Maintenance have free access to fluid storage for 3 hours until auto lock is engaged.
That won't work.
Freight elevator cannot be unlocked while security lockdown is in progress.
So I have to remove the security lockdown before I can actually get off this level.
Great.
This is... it's obvious this man is a Dead Space fan.
Yes.
It is very obvious.
Evil voices.
Even the speech
Yes.
that is produced from the announcements in it are just like those female voices. Now listen out in this little section for the evil whispers.
I heard them.
Can you hear them?
Yeah.
They're throughout the ship as well.
Great.
This was going to please you. This little section is an ode. This little section is something that you always look for in games. This game has flushable toilets.
Well, we're dealing with the next gen right here.
Thank you for keeping this facility clean. Do you want to know? Each toilet sound is unique.
Oh, wow. I could lose hours here.
Yeah. You can use all the wash bays.
Is this a puzzle
Actually, it isn't. This room exists solely for the sake of flushing a toilet.
showing off next gen toilet tech?
And you can wash your hands and use the basin.
Great.
Okay, so that's that room. It's
Okay.
there just to freak you out, actually. You're expecting something to
It
happen.
does look rather evil. Those space toilets look weird.
Okay, so I've got a menacing
Uncomfortable.
shard of glass as well.
Okay, so you got a weapon.
Yeah, which
You can protect yourself.
The minute, and it's funny, the minute I picked up that shard of glass, I was expecting something awful to happen at any given moment. It give me something like a weapon, and I feel uncomfortable.
Bad things will happen.
Yeah. So this is also a little bit of foreboding here as well.
Yes.
This-
More vats.
this-
What the hell is that smell?
Toxicity increasing, so the filtration system is
Probably
dead.
dead people.
Increasing to dangerous level.
Yeah,
There's a
an
personal
iPad.
diary pad.
Get the iPad 57.
Let's read it. So this is the Mr. A. Bryan, which is a flight.
He's a flight engineer.
Yeah,
He's exhausted. He's on a science ship.
and he's upset because he's doing tiny little things on a ship that has never been serviced and is 30 years old.
Great.
So basically, this ship is well out of repair.
Even better.
Can you spot the blood stains on top of the tanks
Yes.
as well? Something awful has happened here. Something fucking horrible.
Very bad.
more power failures. They've got the senior flight engineer fixing power failures because in the gym.
So that the sauna will work.
Yeah, so the priorities are skewed.
Just a little bit.
Basically, this looks like bureaucracy has taken over. And
bureaucracy and evil.
Yeah.
Which are kind of the same thing if you think about it.
The research teams don't even want to talk to the crew or eat with them. There's this segregation. And that alone is just a little foreboding as well. As if the crew might be expendable. You don't want to attach yourself to them a little bit.
Simmons volunteered to be a research survey. Simmons, you idiot.
And since he came back from Celtron Labs, he hasn't been the same. He's been odd.
He's different.
They did something to him. And the ass end of the ship, where you currently find yourself.
Great.
You find out that this is the man who fucked up the security systems because he didn't want to be trapped in a room with acidic shit coming out of a fluid tank. So he rigged the security system to shut down.
Safety first.
Yeah. So that's your clue. To shut down the security system, we need to penetrate one of these vats and spill.
Okay.
Shit.
Well.
Now, I'm not certain whether it's here. I don't know. I think we might have glossed over it. I'm not 100% certain, but there was a little mention somewhere in here of a man being melted.
Yes, it was in the previous log. Something about there was only teeth left.
That's the room that did the melting.
Oh, great. Well, we shouldn't stay there.
Should you start thinking of what happened to the ship's engineer? His iPad's in there, but he isn't.
Oh, dear.
You got to start thinking that he might have melted a little.
Oh, dear. Just a little bit. Now we have to go back.
We've got to go back to the room, which is the only room we have access to. This is the only clue that we have so far, is that there's another thing in that room that we have not turned on, and that is the medbot, or whatever it's called, the automatic surgery machine.
Go through this horrible room again. I keep expecting something bad to happen in here.
I hate to break it to you, but this room is not the worst.
Great.
If this game manages to do something that is an impossible dream, it is a top-down point-and-click adventure that actually manages to scare you.
Yes.
Like, not with physical jump scares.
Oh.
There are jump scares in this.
Wow.
That I didn't see coming. I like to think of myself as a horror veteran.
I am very excited.
And this is only, of course, the first chapter which is basically a tutorial chapter. It's simple puzzles, but not too simple. I mean, this one is quite clever. If you read the logs, it says at the end, the neural drill is stuck. Every time I try to change it, the arm detracts.
Oh.
So every time they try to reach for the drill, the arm pulls back and you don't have a chance to get it.
Damn it.
So
everything's broken.
So the neural drill is selected. But we've got to pick something for organ extraction, skin harvesting, and spinal tagging.
Great.
So it extends the arm. So when you try to get it, it yanks it back.
Oh.
And you can't.
Nope.
It won't allow you. It won't release the drill. So let's set it off again on its little merry way. And it's such a simple puzzle. You just turn off the electricity.
Kill the power.
You kill the power.
Great.
And
so it's good to know that they don't have backup batteries here in the future, you know, when
I think they might have.
An important piece of equipment breaks.
Do you know what? I think they might have, but this ship is way all types of fucked up. It's 2.6 billion miles from Earth, and there is no logs in the backstory for this of how it got there.
Great.
Very Event Horizon. But it's like the fucking ultimate combo of Fallout, Event Horizon, and fucking Dead Space all melded into one. All the best bits.
The best bits, yeah, the good parts.
All the good parts.
I am loving the atmosphere, I have to say. There's something I'm being a giant baby and not loving any of it really, but the...
Let's try it again. Now this I found clever as well. It occasionally doesn't trip. It's a finicky electrical system, and all that little thing does is just add a little bit of scary ambience. There is no other reason.
It's like the atmosphere is just so thick.
Yeah, it's very thick.
It is thick and green and evil.
Yeah. Now, I was expecting this to be this level. You're on this whatever the product storage level, and then when you got
get in a lift.
When you got to that lift, it would activate a cutscene, and this demo would end. Boy, was I wrong.
Oh dear.
I was expecting this to be a half-an-hour video, and it isn't, because that's the halfway point of this demo.
Great.
And it not only goes places, but it goes Dead Space places.
Dead spaces.
Dead spaces.
Dead places.
Dead places.
Like here, in this awful room.
This room is horrible, but it is the most genius room. It doesn't have any items to pick up. It's one static asset. It's all they had to animate in that room was 2 doors.
It's like that. I still remember that defining scene in Silent Hill 2, where you've just seen Pyramid Head doing all sorts of horrible things, and you walk out of the room and he's standing right there
behind the bars.
Behind the bars, and he can't get to you, and he's not doing anything. He's just standing there. That is terrifying.
And of course, the genius behind that scene was that when you reappeared in that scene 10 minutes later, he was gone.
Kind of like a spider in your bedroom.
Yeah, exactly.
When you can see the spider, it's fine. When you can't see the spider, then you start to worry.
Well, it's always when you go to fetch the Tupperware.
And there's
or the box, and it's like, well, fuck you guys.
Well, let's go and fetch some Tupperware in this horrible acidic room.
Yeah, so it's time to fuck up the security system, and preferably not melt myself in the process.
Well, let's try and do that.
So, of course,
good time to save.
Safety first, guys.
Always. When you're about to do something dangerous, save your game.
Yeah, it's just pro tip. Okay. So, fuck you, tanks.
Well, give it a poke.
And it sprung a leak.
Hey. Well, shit.
And security, as you can see, all the screens are updating.
Yep.
And they're freaking the fuck out, and everything's
bad.
Things are green again. Security reboot, nothing is wrong.
Air scrub is activated.
Happy days.
Good, yay.
I thought I'd walk over there to see if I melted, but I didn't. Which is probably a good thing.
Yeah, not melting is high on my priority list.
Okay.
Of things that I want to keep not doing. Might change.
Yeah, it's just low on your bucket list.
Kind of. Well, no.
Actually, no. If I was to go out of this world, I wouldn't mind spontaneously melting in the office or something.
No, I'm spontaneously melting in like a hell ship millions of miles away from
But there's no one to
Earth.
see it. Hopefully, but then there'll be a survivor that comes by and finds a melted corpse, and you just become a clue.
Oh.
Okay.
A clue to the mystery of this big dumb idiot who melted himself.
And here I was, just clicking on this button, going, "Oh well, I guess this is it. I've really enjoyed this. I can't wait until this game comes out." Oh wait, there's 3 other levels.
Wonderful.
Fuck product storage too. I'm going to a service lobby.
Yep.
And of course, this is just going to this scene, this little elevator thing, which I'm presuming is going to be a repetitive thing throughout the game at some point, stands the chance of doing it the same way 100 times and having one way that scares you shitless.
Yes. Lifts are never nice.
Okay. Observation portals.
Let's observe. Or not. Hey!
Body bags, 2 of which are children's.
And a dude.
Yeah. I never thought this.
Oh.
Ooh, yeah.
Great. Just desecrate some corpses, why don't you?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Whoa!
Yeah. That fucking shivered me to death.
Yeah, I
Blood,
was not expecting
explosions,
that.
and that is the corpse that is lying there.
Ah, so you can kind of see the future?
Yeah, you get
Or the
this,
past.
this
You can see the
weird
past.
mechanic. Now this is grim. You can actually open the children's body
Oh,
bags.
no.
Releases like this foul gas from them. They've been there for a while.
Oh, no, that is unpleasant.
Just discarded body bags. I don't think there is anything more grim than that.
Yeah, just left.
Just left there. There's nothing that could be done for them.
Clara Daniels, new job, yay!
Now, the only other thing that is grimmer than that is watching the excitement and happiness of someone that you know ended badly. I'm hopeful that I'll be able to open a crack a stasis tube soon. I'm so excited.
Oh, that endless optimism. You're gonna go far in the business, lady.
Tomorrow's the first time. And
Oh,
they're
boy.
supposed to just be prisoners and drifters that are used in stasis. So people that had a chance and ruined it. So, you're not supposed to feel too bad.
They're
for them,
still
but-
testing on humans.
Yeah, but still, they're bad people. The drifter. Now, this is some amazingly written text.
She kept screaming for her husband, saying they were on their way on holiday in Europa.
Yeah.
Doctor on duty quickly sedated her and then gave her a vocal cord numbing agent to stop the screaming.
Yeah, that she was saying that she was on her way to a holiday. She's not a drifter. They're just people.
Yes.
There's one little record in here that actually made me feel something more than any David Cage game has managed to do in the past. But this guy just sat on the bed and cried until the doctors came. They tagged him. They took him down to the labs, and he didn't even scream.
Oh.
That brought me down a bit.
Just a bit. This game's a bit of a downer.
Yeah. 10-year-old boy.
Even if he was a drifter, he's a child.
They knew his name. They said he was going to be in rehabilitation, and then they just moved him.
Oh dear.
I recommended a transfer. Fuck this.
I think the hydroponics bay is
Well,
cheering me
I'm going
up.
to be around plants. That'll be
Yay.
great. 4 unopened stasis pods. Someone who can immediately respond. I just want help. I just wanted to help my family. This isn't right. Today, no,
Why am I using products from product storage? I thought this was just a hydroponics bay. What the hell would they need human specimens for?
the hydroponics are blending. They are doing cross-pollination. They're doing
With
horrible things.
plant humans.
They're doing horrible things. They are literally just doing
Just gonna save the
doing
kids.
bad science. Bad science.
Not good science.
Yeah. Today's the day. I left these just in case something horrible happened. Please help the children.
We're not gonna be able to help the children. They are so dead.
Biometric handprint not recognized.
The mortuary.
Let's grab her hand.
Level 5 security
She's level 1. You can actually see at the
Oh.
bottom.
Oh.
It's very much Dead Space as well. Picking up logs has personal information attached to every single person.
Yes.
So we need to find someone who has level 5 clearance, someone who is a little bit higher ranking. So at this point, I'm excited now because there are other levels to this. There's other levels of awfulness, and we get to explore them.
Yeah, I've never been more excited about horrible, horrible things.
Let's check out some more product storage.
Here we go.
You can also walk around in these sections as well, which gives me the reason to believe that something is going to
Product storage 2.
jump out at me.
Access to
yes.
product storage 2 is denied until
It's
further notice.
denied until further notice, so I'm either presuming that is part of the story, or this is just a little section that hasn't been done yet.
Product storage 2, that seems to be the more important product storage.
And
We
3 is out of
converted
order,
3.
obviously, so service lobby 2.
3 is the importantest.
Yeah. I have a feeling like if this is from someone who is a Dead Space fan, there is going to be a little of that ominous backtracking involved, where you have to play through a section, something bad happens, then you have to revisit it.
That can be a great mechanic if used properly.
Service platform 2.
This is an evil looking room.
All
The
service
threat of
elevators are
external
locked down following the
contamination.
threat of external contamination.
Oh.
This as well. This was a little thing. This is a little thing, but you just knocking on to see if there's someone on the other side, and you get nothing.
Great.
because all the doors, that door is half open.
Yeah.
It's slightly broken. That man
is not a nice noise.
He's dead, but he's moving.
Oh.
But he's carrying
a radio signal through
a radio signal.
Great.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Yuri?
He's level 5.
What's going on?
Aha.
No. This is John Marich here.
John? How did... Never mind. Is Yuri there?
Yeah, he is.
He's been dead.
He's been deed.
Listen to me, John.
No, wait. Who are you? Where am I?
My name is Sarah Hensley. I'm a botanist in the biome labs here in the Groom Lake.
Room what?
Listen, I will explain everything later. Right now, you need to get to the
He's still
tram.
jiggling.
He's jiggling. And that freaks me out.
Yeah.
But we've panicked saving
Time
happened.
to save.
Yeah, time to
when
save.
the body is doing a
Doing the
thing,
jiggles.
a thingy thing.
But my trained investigative journalism eyes say to me that perhaps I should slice this man's hand off.
You are truly a excellent detective.
Yep. And I've got his hand.
Great.
So-
Just stick it in your pocket.
So now here's the thing, right?
You could go through
I could
there.
have gone through there, but
You're
you
gonna
know,
backtrack.
I got a hand. I got to use it. I got to go into the morgue. If there's going to be one place that is going to scare you to death in this place, gotta be the morgue.
Oh.
Really? I mean, it's gotta. I mean, morgues are grim if they're in the middle of the day on Earth.
With happy music playing in the background and all the
2.6
lights on.
billion miles from Earth, orbiting Neptune on a craft that has had its entire crew killed by evil scientists.
It's probably not going to be that great.
Ironically, it's probably going to be one of the best lit rooms in the entire fucking ship.
I'm not hoping for much.
It's.
I hope she doesn't jiggle.
I would end. Now, if I went back in time to me when I was playing the original point and clicks, the old ones, the 90s, late 80s ones, I told myself that I'd be playing one that scared me to death.
Yeah.
I laugh at me.
That's
It's not a genre that's meant to be
scary.
It shouldn't be able to be scary the way it's presented. You know, I mean, I know that Yahtzee's games were considerably scary.
Yeah.
The 5 Days a Stranger did do a good job.
It tapped into that
But
psychological
it didn't do it as blatantly as this.
Yes.
This is a horror game.
Yeah. There is no humor to be
Now
had
there's a
here.
little clue here which I've only just noticed now. I automatically, of course, went for the dark one in the middle.
Yes.
There's a body on it,
Hey.
and an unbearable stench rises from it. Obviously, the refrigeration isn't as good as it should be.
No.
Now this is a little detail that I've only just noticed now that I think is fucking impressive. That thing has a corpse with a crowbar wrenched through its head.
Great.
Look at the X-ray on the wall.
Ah.
It matches. I thought
Yeah.
that's not just random asset creation. That is
Yes.
asset creation with a purpose.
Seems that way.
But why would a crewman have a crowbar wrenched through his brain?
Factory accident.
No, I don't.
Who's clumsy?
I don't know. Hey,
Old Butterfingers McCoy
you got to
just
start
slipped and fell on his crowbar.
You got to start thinking that. Also, was that room flashing earlier, or was that a new thing?
Yeah, that was one of the observation ports,
Okay,
I think.
just noticed it now. I'm like, okay, just carry on throwing things at me, game. I got to start thinking that was a retaliatory action.
Possibly.
Perhaps the beginning of a I'm a necromorph.
Well, let's not use strong language like that just yet. We shall see, I guess.
Yeah. So back to the trams.
Okay, progress awaits. But you got the crowbar.
I got the crowbar. I got the crowbar, and a crowbar's a good thing to have.
You've got a crowbar and a shard of glass.
I don't know if I still have the shard of glass. I don't know if it disappeared. It shouldn't have disappeared. I don't think it does.
Is he still jiggling?
No, he's stopped.
He stopped. Great.
Yeah. Yeah. And you got nowhere else to go.
Oh, I don't wanna. No.
There's literally nothing else in this room to do, but this
Please,
is clever.
just tell me where I am.
What's the last thing you
Story
remember?
exposition.
I was on my way to Titan with my wife and daughter. There was a long haul, so we were at Stasis. Then I woke up here.
They're stealing people off other craft that are already in the stasis. So they just wake up dead, basically.
Where is here?
I don't have the shard of glass anymore.
So you use an item and... No, but you've still got the drill.
I've got the drill still, and I still have my syringe from earlier that I injected myself with, so...
Oh my god. My wife. My daughter.
Of course he's
I need to
thinking,
find them.
If,
Wait, I can hear something outside. I need to go now. Get to the tram.
Tia? Tia!
Okay, tram time. Now this is great as well. It's pulled back. The view is now huge, and
Gives a nice sense of scale.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it. And it pulls right in again. It's a clever little way. They're reusing assets in a clever way. They've obviously built larger assets, and they can just scale them.
Yeah.
Scale a scene.
It's a nice little touch. Well, mash that green button.
No, there's no power. Nothing's happening. I can't do crap. Fucking click ran. Fuck. Okay, well, yeah. One final puzzle, please. I need to get a puzzle in here.
There was that green screen in the corner. You have to go around there. I noticed that immediately. I was like, hey,
but it's not. It's what I like about it as well. It's not directly obvious that you can walk there, but you can. Yeah. It's not handing everything to you on a silver platter.
That's not nice when your character goes out of screen.
I know.
Especially with things running around going.
Okay, let's have a look at our diagnosis system, which is
current shit status. Fucked up.
Okay, so you got a recharge tram and a line switch option.
Great.
But I can't switch until power levels are done, and I can't recharge because the thing isn't working, and I can't do shit, in other words. Nothing is working. Everything is horrible.
We're all doomed. Just hit it with your crowbar.
What, just hit the computer?
Yes, that'll solve the problem. Hit the fans with your crowbar.
Extraction fans.
Just use the crowbar on everything.
Yeah, but no.
Oh.
But no.
Just use the crowbar on
I don't know
tram.
if this is. I think this might very well be because I've, not out of my own fault, been a little like not playing a lot of point and clicks, because there haven't really been a lot of point and clicks.
No.
There have been the odd one. I know that I do want to eventually get through the new Jane Jensen. Well, not new. It's 3 years old now, but. Anything that has to do with Gabriel Knight will make me a happy man. That's good, but there hasn't been anything, and my acute senses are dulled a little bit, and this game does at times obviously tell you to do things. You know that there's certain things to go to, but it'll occasionally do something where it is a little bit of a pixel hunt, which is classic.
Yes.
It's got to be there. It's not as bad as King's Quest V pixel hunt for the fucking for things like the Golden Needle.
Yeah.
And searching for things that are literally one single pixel big.
But it's a bit obscure.
It's a bit obscure, and all it has to do is that I missed a fucking thing by the computer, and unfortunately, being the big dickhead that I am,
you backtracked.
I backtracked a little because I didn't know. I didn't know, but there's a panel next to that computer that if you don't hover on the right 5 pixel radius, it doesn't tell you it's there. And do you know what? That should make me angry as a gamer, but it doesn't. Because that reminded me of a time past. That reminded me of mornings after a week of school and sitting on a computer and playing these old games through DOS.
Yeah.
And it brought me back, and it's brought me back with a new kind of invigoration from the fact that it's pulled in stuff from games that I'm currently playing. It's taken concepts from games that people who grew up with this type of game went on to play and brought it in. So it's not only it's retro, but it is current at the same time.
Yeah, there's a specific term for it, where it takes a retro environment and modernizes it. I have no idea what to call it, but it's got a little bit of... It's a classic game style, but just pushed to the next level.
Exactly. It's something that a lot of people try to do nowadays, but end up just doing one or the other. They either do a brand new game, which looks old and feels old, but doesn't give you the feeling that you are enjoying it. It's limited. Or they try to make a game that looks retro. It feels retro, it plays retro, but it has nothing of the new...
No retro charm.
No new retro charm. New game systems to it either.
Yeah.
No new stuff brought to the table. And with this, it's the exact balance.
Are you gonna exit?
No, fuck it. No, fuck it, because I'm lost.
Great.
And it's funny because where my head is right now on screen
is
exactly where I should be clicking.
Oh.
Right next to that green screen, there are two little panel boxes there.
Yes.
And I'm just being a big dickhead.
Oh.
Wait. Yeah, there. Yes. Tram line breaker box. Tram charging system breaker box.
Mash them open.
Yeah.
Just hit it. I told you, hit everything with the crowbar.
Yeah, but I didn't know it was there.
Problem solved.
Cool. Progress. I will take the spark plug. But unfortunately, that's going to break the tram. That's going to prevent the tram line switcher.
Yes, but it allows you to charge the tram lines.
But knowing the way this puzzle is going to go,
Donk.
There is a missing spark plug.
Hey.
Inventory.
Right.
Inventory put. So it's the two-part process. The tram charging system. I can't switch lines until the tram is charged.
But once it's charged, you can take away the breaker.
Swap them around, exactly. Nice and simple. It's enough to get you into the feeling of the game without giving you too much of a challenge that you get frustrated and don't want to carry on.
Well, if you never found those, you're getting pretty close.
Also, bear in mind that there are going to be people who want to play this game that have never played a first-person, a point-and-click adventure before.
Yes.
There are people. I mean, there are people out there that have never played one in their life. They were born after it was a thing.
Oh, that scares me. That makes me feel old.
It does. But I'd like to think that this type of game, these things making a resurgence now, will get it back, because it is a great genre.
Yeah.
It's a genre that was killed a bit
by the race for graphics.
Exactly. So now I can switch my tram. But manually switch lines from internal tram control. The big green button.
Mash it.
I'm gonna mash the big green button. So to the big green button I go. Now, what I think, I may be wrong here. I'm not a big smart game making man, but the assets that they used in this are exactly the same assets that they use for cutscenes. The way they built this is, I think they built this in 3D, and then set it at an isometric angle and pulled out stills, because this impressed me to death. When you switch this, it's the same view, but it switches aside and turns into a fucking cutscene.
That is great. That is very slick.
Good morning, and welcome to the Groom Lake Rapid Transport System.
Welcome to the Groom Lake, where even the transport system voice freaks me the fuck out.
The time is 3:37 p.m. The Groom Lake facility is maintained at a pleasant 23 degrees Celsius at all times.
It's pleasant, it's great, it's nice.
Yeah,
this
place is wonderfully pleasant.
Would you have a friend?
This is the speech from Half-Life 1. The tram at the beginning.
Waste disposal. I don't know. Do you have a relative that could be a valuable resource to the Green Lake facility?
Ooh, that is
Bring
very
your friends
dark.
and family, and we'll fucking melt them and steal their skin.
Great.
Your happiness and comfort is important to us because, as you know, a happy cow is a tasty cow.
Exactly. Turn your iPod off, buddy.
Now stop listening to the fucking faint on your iPod.
If you cannot find your body, report it immediately to the closest security officer. Regular checkups
Did you notice that they have a buddy system? If you can't find your body,
Yeah.
hesitate to see a appointed doctor. Need extra cash? Corporation is always
In the research programs, there is no cash to give. That's the fucking dull side, the evil
no.
side.
If somebody promised me fabulous riches,
Well, they just said need extra cash. That's like you can go and work in research for like an extra bit alone. Like they're not going to give it to you. You're not going to make it out.
they're also looking for healthy females.
This is basically the fucking.
Organ harvesting.
It's nasty.
Very. That is very pretty.
It's amazing. This is one fucking
Oh,
man.
shit.
This is one man.
Well, that didn't go very well at all.
This is Stasis. This
I
is
am sold.
Stasisgame.com. Give money to this
Check
man.
these guys out.
He's got
That
a lot
was
of-
amazing.
He's got a lot of money. He's got a lot of money already, but it is in production. This game is coming out tentatively August of this year. Kickstarter, find it. The links will be on the video page here somewhere.
Check it out.
Fucking support it.
This looks amazing. I'm sold.